I've probably refilmed this video at least 3 times, maybe 3 times. I think this is my 4th. Hi, my name is Cal. I'm an artist and I plan on opening up a sticker shop. Well, more specifically an art shop, but we're starting off with stickers. I plan on opening up an art shop. I plan on opening up an art shop this year, 2025, and the name of that art shop is going to be called Capecut. And this is very near and dear to me for a few reasons. But I guess before we get into my reasonings to why, like defining my why, as in what is pushing me to open up this business, I guess a little bit of backstory. I used to be a graphic designer, and then when I thought graphic design was not for me, I left to go work in IT, and then I thought IT was not for me, and now I am a professional box wrangler at a warehouse. And the irony in all this is I actually enjoy that job more than I enjoyed being a graphic designer and enjoyed working in IT. However, I know that job, despite how low stress I feel working there, the money is decent, and I'm not getting paid a king's ransom now. The money is decent, but in the long term, I don't think it's a job that I can realistically do unless I level up within that company, and that's not always a guarantee. So I'm kind of like in this career limbo. By the way, I'm 30 years old. I'm still trying to figure out what career path works for me. And it wasn't until I hit my late 20s when I realized it is so important to choose your career wisely, because you spend a huge chunk of your life doing that career. You know, we live in a society where we operate on a 40-hour work week, which in my opinion is too long. It really is. I'm not anti-work. I'm just maybe there could be more of a even distribution between how much you spend at a company versus how much of that time you spend to yourself, to your family, to your kids, to your friends, whatever that is, to your hobbies. There just needs to be equal distribution, and I think the 40-hour work week is just the 40-hour plus. Let's just say that the 40-hour plus work week, because some people have to work more than 40 hours. I just think it's a structure within society that needs to be reworked. Hopefully we'll see that before I die, and if not, hopefully many generations after me will finally experience that balance. But yeah, I just you know, I feel like I am in this limbo now at 30 where I don't know what I want to do, and I'm scared of making the wrong decision. I'm scared of pursuing IT any further and still hating it. On the one hand though, it's possible that it could lead to something lucrative. And on the other hand, with graphic design, I'm scared to go back to that as well. But I'm not ruling either of them out. I'm just doing this warehouse job as a time of reflection until I finally decide what is best for me. But during that time of reflection, I thought, well, I wanted to start up an art shop again. I used to have an art shop. I closed it down, but a couple years have passed and I'm like, okay, it's time to reopen it. And here we are. So yeah, I guess let's go ahead. So that's a little bit of backstory about where I came from. How about we get into the ins and outs and the why and the driving force for me wanting to pursue this very risky venture. So number one, I kind of touched up on already. It's again the sustainability aspect of just my job and just jobs in general. You know, because I could be working in tech and still get a layoff. I just would, I think the ideal lifestyle is having, and this isn't this isn't groundbreaking news. I think we all know that it's very helpful to have multiple streams of income. And I think the ideal lifestyle for me personally would be to work part-time and then to also have like a side hustle that I enjoy, and that side hustle being my art shop. I think that would just kind of provide the best type of balance where on the one hand I'm running my business where I have some sense of control on how much I make, or on the other hand, if I am still dedicating my time to a company, at least I have that sense of somewhat security of like having a paycheck come in. Like I know a paycheck is always going to come in, versus when you're running a business, sometimes the flow of money isn't always consistent. So that would be number one, just wanting to find a more sustainable way to make money in a more fun way too. I'm very grateful for my job, but I wouldn't exactly go out and say it's fun. And yeah, so my number two reason, this one's kind of hard for me to talk about because it involves money. Let's just say I am not the best with money, like at all, which is kind of, you know, it seems a bit counterproductive. It's like, how can you open up an art shop if you know, probably aren't good at juggling funds very well? Well, I'm budgeting for the art shop for one, and that's why I'm starting off with stickers, because I felt like that would be the low risk alternative before I start introducing more products that might cost a little extra money. So I recently stumbled into some financial troubles, and my parents came to my rescue without me having to ask them. They kind of figured it out, and then they offered to cover me. And I am so grateful for that, because they are the type of parents that don't stop parenting after you turn 18. However, there is like this sense of shame and guilt that you feel when your parents have to rescue you at like an age where you feel like you should have it all together. And so I asked my dad, I was like, can I pay you back? Like, let me just, you know, we can set up a payment plan, because I'm already paying the bank. You know, the only difference is they wouldn't be charging me interest. And I wanted to do something, because I couldn't just have them throw this lifeline at me and I could not give them anything in return. And my dad was like, no, don't worry about it. The best thing you can do is to just be successful. And I told him, and I was like, to be honest, this is what I was thinking. I'm like, to be honest, well, like, what if you guys aren't around, you know, by the time that happens? I feel like success just hasn't really like hit me. And they're getting older, so I worry that one day, like, I will reach that point of success, but they won't be around to see it. That's a really morbid thought, but that's just kind of where my head is. I can be a very morbid, pessimistic individual. And I even told my dad this. I was like, well, I don't know how quickly that success is gonna come, so at least I'm making money. Can I please pay you back? He still refused. So here's the thing. I do still plan on paying my parents back, whether they want it or not. And two, my dad, you know, just hearing my dad's words, like, I just want you to be successful. And so, like, if that means going back to graphic design, going back to IT, or running the shop, if that produces some sort of success, then, you know, I can finally honor my parents' wishes and pay them back, and I don't know, be in a better place financially. I'm not trying to get rich off of this business, but it would be nice to kind of like, you know, build something from the ground up. It turned into something good, it works out, and then I can finally take care of people that I care about. So that's number two. And number three would be, I would say number three really pushed me, like even before the financial stuff, because that happened after I guess what I'm about to tell you. I would say this was kind of like the starter pack. What really pushed me was just thinking about my grandma. So my grandma was always a hustler. she used to work at a grocery store, and she would also like sell her goods, things that she made at markets in the islands. She's from St. Thomas, and she did that like for the rest of her life until she passed. She was even on TV once. I don't remember the show. It was she was on the Travel Network. Some guy was like in St. Thomas. Was it St. Thomas or Anguilla? Some guy was in some island where my grandma was at, and she was on the TV selling her goods. And you know, I think about how, like, you know, my parents, they always say like, oh, I have my grandmother's spirit. I do not. I'm a little bit more unconventional than my grandma. I'm a little bit, I have a little bit more attitude. I'm not like I'm just not as sweet as her. Let's just say that. I'm nowhere close to as sweet as my grandmother was. The only thing I have in common with her is the fact that I'm also crafty. And so that's probably where I got my art skills from. And just like, she was resourceful because she had to be. There was no social media when we're at the time of her growing up and, you know, selling her goods. She had to actually put herself out there, talk to people. She, you know, was doing it old school. So then I look at myself and I'm kind of just like, you know, I've always let fear hold me back from putting myself out there, from like talking about my work, making money off of it. And I'm just like, I have all of these tools in front of me. I have social media. I have, you know, I live in a well-off house than she did. She probably did. I just have a lot more in this day and age, and I'm doing nothing with it. I'm not doing anything with the opportunities in front of me. So you have to ask yourself at some point, you're just like, what is your excuse? What is my excuse? Why do I choose to live like this when, you know, my grandma got her butt up, baked her stuff, made her hats, her clothes, got herself to the market and made enough of a living for her 5 kids and her husband. And that, if that's not inspiring, then like there's probably no hope for me, you know, if I don't kind of like think about that and try to use it as the catalyst to push me forward. So yeah, I would say that would be like a good reason. Number 2, number 3 are still my main reasons for wanting to start the shop. I think I have a speech impediment. And I don't know. I have to do something to make myself feel fulfilled, to make my parents proud. If my grandmother was still here, I'm sure she'd be proud. And I do wish that I had her to talk to about this. But I have my mom, thankfully, and I have my aunts and uncles to talk to them about it. So that's good. So yeah, I am just, I'm really doing my best here. Even though I'm not working like a professional corporate job, I like my warehouse job because I have 3 days off of work. So it's a 4 10s, 40-hour a week, which are rough. God, it's so hard. But I like that I have 3 days off. And I just feel like it gives me more time and flexibility to do a lot and to work on this business. So yeah, I don't want to get into too much in this video, but I can show you a little bit of the products. And then but in the next video, I'll talk more about Saguco, what it stands for, because I'm still kind of fleshing out the brand, but I actually have some sticker designs. So I've already purchased like samples from a few manufacturers. This is from Sticker Ninja, this clear sticker right here. I really love the quality of it. And this one was made by makestickers.com, also good quality. Just trying out different manufacturers, seeing who I like. I've used Sticker Ninja in the past and I've always had a great experience with them. But Make Stickers I found through another artist. The name escapes me, but I'll put the name on the screen. And I just wanted to try out another manu. And so This one, this sticker right here though, this was the original design of my character Sagu. And then I just slapped her on here with a quote. It says, "A little late, but I still bloomed." And I think that will probably encompass my entire brand of just being about growth and still, you know, kind of moving forward through life, even if you feel like you're a little late, you're a little left behind. I feel like that every day. So maybe this brand or this character will resonate with other women who may be like trudging through the same thing and just trying to like understand ourselves, make our ways through life. So yeah, I am just, oh wait, let me show you one more thing. I've even made little thank you cards already, and I'm gonna have these printed soon. My goal is to just work on as many designs as possible. Like I have a few, but I get like a new idea in my head every day. So I'm like, why don't I just focus on creating as many designs as possible, and then pick out maybe 10 good designs to start off with, and then see where it goes from there. There's something else I was gonna add. I still have a lot left to do. I have to get a PO box. I have to set up my Etsy and my Shopify. I probably will not start off shipping internationally because shipping internationally does scare me. There's just, you know, I always worry about things properly going through customs, and then things can take months sometimes to get overseas. And also there are new regulations shipping to the EU, I believe, which is kind of sad because it's just an extra step that it doesn't really seem very flexible for a lot of small shop owners. So yeah, I'm still really working out the kinks in this brand. I'm just focused on developing as many designs as I can. And as far as the shop opening, I would really like to open in the spring between March and April. So I don't have a lot of time to work. I do, but I don't. So I'm gonna spend, today is Friday, I'm going to spend the rest of my day just working on designs and see what I come up with. But anyway, that's it for my first YouTube video. If you are curious to see how this sticker venture, or I keep calling it a sticker shop, how this art shop venture turns out for me, and you like my work and it speaks to you, then please come on board. There's plenty of room. But yeah, well, thank you so much, everybody. I've got a jet, but I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. And if you liked it, like and subscribe. I guess I should get used to saying that too. So, all right, bye everybody. It's also time to eat some breakfast at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Made myself some egg bites and grapes and some taiyaki shaped pancakes with Nutella stuffed inside. So I'm gonna just use that to power through today to work on some designs.